Love it.
How'd you like that for a neighbor? All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.
Right now, figuring out what awaits this week. It could be enough to shovel, maybe flurries to brush, or nothing at all. We're breaking down the chances you'll see snow this weekend.
Wisconsin is asking to bring in FEMA to support our loaded hospitals, while health leaders worry a combination of COVID and the flu could push them to the brink.
And opening statements begin today. The trial of a former Minnesota police officer who claims she shot and killed a man when she mistook her gun for her taser. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Someone in Wisconsin will likely get a fair amount of snow in a few days, but whether it's the center of the state, the Madison area, or even farther south, still very much up in the air.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Meteorologist Dana Fulton is on the weather patio. Dana?
You're very right. Some folks will be dealing with significant snowfall Friday night into Saturday morning, but for others, especially southeast of Dane County, we might not pick up anything. We do have alert days in the forecast now for Friday night and for Saturday morning. Accumulating snowfall likely for areas northwest of Dane County with a rain-snow mix possible to the south, but the track of this system very, very important for us right now because some of that snow could pull a little further south for us. Right now, we do already have winter storm watches in effect for the areas where we're very confident we're going to see accumulating snowfall. So that's towards La Crosse, including Richland, Crawford, and the northern portion of Juneau and Adams counties. Now, before we get to Friday and Saturday, we do have a little bit of snow possible for tomorrow morning. The main event right now, still our primary focus. Snow likely again late Friday into Saturday morning. It's not going to stick around for long, though, because we're turning back to mild temperatures for next week. We're going to take a closer look at the timing of this for Friday and the possible accumulation totals in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, we'll check back in just a little bit. Thank you. We continue to follow breaking news from Milwaukee. Police say 4 people were found dead inside a home on the south side earlier today. A child is among those killed. It happened just before noon near 49th and Oklahoma. Milwaukee police think one of the four shot and killed the others before taking their own life. Police are asking for tips, but said there is no ongoing threat to the public.
State of Wisconsin hoping FEMA can help overwhelmed hospital staff keep up with COVID cases and other people in our hospitals.
We'll have more on that story in just a moment, but first, nearly 2 years after the pandemic began, we are seeing similar data regarding the number of COVID cases reported here in Wisconsin.
And that's despite COVID vaccines becoming widely available. Around this time a year ago, DHS reported 4,190 new cases in one day and an average of more than 3,800.
Just today, DHS announced 3,500 new cases, bringing our average to about 3,100 per day.
And short on hospital beds and hospital workers. That's why Governor Evers is calling now for federal help.
COVID cases are filling up hospitals due to the Delta variant, and as the state tackles the newly discovered Omicron variant. Our Brady Mallory shows us the message that Governor Evers has to help slow the spread. Brady?
I'll call it a repeat of this time last year. DHS says we haven't seen COVID levels like this since December of 2020. Today, health officials said they are working hard to prevent reaching zero hospital space. As part of that, 270 healthcare facilities in the state have requested staffing help. Governor Evers says the state has requested medical reserve teams from FEMA to assist facilities that have worker shortages. These rising cases not only hurt our healthcare workers who are overwhelmed and overworked, but they also affect people who may need to go to the doctor for other reasons.
When our beds are full of COVID-19 patients and our healthcare providers are stretched thin, hospitals have to go on diversion, turning away patients who need care and causing folks to travel miles from home for care.
Evers says the best thing you can do is to get vaccinated, wear your mask, and practice good hygiene. He also reemphasized it's not time to panic when it comes to Omicron. However, these rising hospital cases also mean it's not time to let down your guard.
Brady, thank you. Perhaps more incentive to get your booster. Pfizer says its series, when combined with that third shot, increases protection specifically against the Omicron variant. Pfizer also plans to work on a vaccine for Omicron itself. itself, and that could be ready by March if needed. Right now, at least 20 states, including Wisconsin, have confirmed Omicron cases. Initial data shows while the virus is not as severe as the Delta variant, it does spread faster.
Unless we really double down on what we're doing, we could see an increased spike that goes even higher than that as we get deeper into December and January.
Meanwhile, Republicans in Congress are trying to block President Biden's federal vaccine mandate for employees. The mandate is already facing a number of legal challenges from other states.
And many of you know COVID doesn't always just disappear 2 weeks after you get it. There are people who carry lingering issues with them for months or even longer. Dr. Malika Marshall shows us how some hospitals are creating new ways to care for those long haulers.
Didn't really understand.
In March 2020, 47-year-old Phil Bezeski developed fever, a cough, and trouble breathing. When the 47-year-old father of 4 went to the hospital, the doctor didn't mince words.
He said, "You're really sick, and if we don't put you on life support, you're going to die."
Phil had COVID-19, was in pulmonary failure, and given a 10% chance to live. He spent 28 days in the hospital, 16 of them in a coma.
From when I woke up till the day I left, I mean, it was a struggle to even just use my hands to feed myself.
More than a year later, Phil still suffers from nerve pain, weakness, fatigue, shortness of breath, anxiety, depression, and brain fog.
It's another pandemic, and it threatens the health of a generation.
Dr. Bruce Levy at Brigham and Women's Hospital says up to 30% of patients with COVID, many with only mild illness, have at least one symptom that persists for 3 to 6 months or more, a condition referred to as long COVID.
Long COVID involves multiple parts of the body, multiple symptoms. And so going to any one doctor is a real challenge to comprehensively evaluate this.
That's why the hospital established a COVID recovery center where patients have their lingering symptoms addressed all in one place.
They get an itinerary for any doctors or other healthcare providers they'll be seeing.
Phil has been coming to the center for a few months.
It's provided me with some hope for the future that, you know, this is what I've been longing for from services, to have someone that really can understand COVID.
He hopes more long COVID patients can also find the help they need. Dr. Malika Marshall, CBS News, Boston.
If you're suffering from lingering COVID symptoms, ask your doctor about long COVID programs near you. One of Wisconsin's longest-serving and most powerful Democrats has announced his lawmaking career is about over.
State Senator John Erpenbach of West Point said today he will not seek re-election next fall. Our Naomi Coles talked with him today and joins us now with more. Naomi?
When Erpenbach finishes his political career next year, he'll have served nearly a quarter-century in the State House. Erpenbach sits on the powerful Finance Committee and has a storied career, including introducing the state's no-call list back in 2001. That legislation helped spur the federal bill. He says it's not the politics of the moment that prompted his decision, just a readiness to move on. But 24 years in office have left a mark he'll never forget.
I got a great district. It's beautiful. It's the heartbeat of the state. You know, you got the Wisconsin River running right down the middle of it. It's gorgeous. And that is the best part about the job, is just driving around the district and meeting constituents and working with them on issues they care about.
He's also known as one of the 14 senators who left Wisconsin for Illinois during Act 10 to stall the legislative process. This Sunday on For the Record, after Face the Nation, I'll be sitting down with Erpenbach as he reflects on that and many other moments of a colorful career.
Naomi, thank you. The case against a Madison man accused of shooting and killing a man at a gas station is moving forward. This afternoon, a Dane County judge entered a not guilty plea for 29-year-old Trevon Adams. Police say the shooting happened just outside Madison city limits, November 28th. Adams drove away in the victim's car and eventually led police on a chase, blowing through red lights. Adams told police he was high on meth at the time and did not intend to kill 22-year-old Colby Bracey. He faces life in prison if convicted. Adams is being held on $1 million cash bail.
Another restriction about what can and cannot be taught in state schools passed along party lines today. The bill sponsored by the Assembly Republicans would prohibit instruction on systemic racism, or what some call critical race theory, at UW colleges or technical colleges.
If we shield our students from learning about racism, We are only shielding them from reality.
But I believe what it does say is that I'm not guilty just because I'm white for past transgressions.
The Wisconsin ACLU and the Technical College District Boards Association are opposing the bill.
With the holiday season underway, it can be easy to get overwhelmed with gift giving, parties, and more. Our McKenna Alexander shares some ways to manage stress during the holidays.
According to the National Alliance on Mental Health, 64% of people who struggle with mental health report holidays make the conditions worse. Counselors say this time of year, the biggest things people need to watch out for are overindulgences in food and alcohol. Now, that overindulgence can also come in the form of overcommitment, something Dr. Carrie Brown says is common with the amount of social invites during the holidays.
You know, it's important for all of us to connect with other people. It certainly helps with boosting your mood around the holidays or any time. But you have to just be careful not to overschedule, overcommit, just finding a good balance.
Dr. Brown says because of COVID, there's also a tendency that people want to make up for lost time, whether that includes more social gatherings, more food, or more alcohol. She suggests having a plan in place to limit yourself is the best way to reduce those temptations. Now, Dr. Brown adds, feeling stressed or down during the holidays is normal, but if you're having negative feelings that are lasting after the holidays have passed, getting help from a professional is always a good idea.
McKenna, thank you. Opening statements begin today in the trial of former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter. Potter facing manslaughter charges for shooting 20-year-old Dante Wright during a traffic stop back in April. She says the shooting was an accident. Potter says she thought she was holding her taser, not her gun. Police body cam video shows Potter yelling taser before firing at Wright. Wright later died from his injuries.
These officers have the responsibility to be mindful and attentive and acutely aware of the weapons that they carry and the risks associated with those weapons.
All he has to do is stop, and he'd be with us. But he goes. She can't let him leave because he's going to kill her partner. And so she does taser, 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 and she pulls the trigger believing that it was a taser.
Potter pleaded not guilty to all charges. She's expected to testify in her own defense during trial. If found guilty, Potter faces up to 25 years in prison. Parents, are your teens constantly on Instagram, and do you have concerns that it may be negatively impacting their mental health?
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are asking the company's CEO to answer those questions today, saying new safety measures don't go far enough. And then coming up tonight at 6, Afghan refugees living in Wisconsin are struggling to find basic necessities. We'll have details on what you can do to help at 6.
And a quick check of the markets. The Dow adds another 35 and change. The NASDAQ jumps 100. S&P gains 14.5. And we'll be right back.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stained caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the PowerSwab's 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. PowerSwabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order PowerSwabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free PowerSwabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
They paid thousands to a local company for new fences that still haven't been built.
Eventually, we just stopped really hearing from him.
Learn what happened after Leah Linscheid took their call for action.
You hope to make that right.
Thursday on News 3 Now This Morning. News 3 Now's Call for Action has settled hundreds of area consumer disputes, but we can't do it without our dedicated team of volunteers. Would you like to join us? Contact Call for Action by phone or visit channel3000.com to fill out an application now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Instagram's chief is on the hot seat on Capitol Hill today answering questions about whether the social media platform has a negative impact on teen users.
The app is owned by Meta, Facebook's parent company, which has been facing questions about teen safety for months now. Michael George tells us why lawmakers say new safety measures put in place aren't enough.
We all want teens to be safe online.
Instagram CEO Adam Mosseri told senators keeping teen users safe goes beyond just his company.
This is an industry-wide challenge that requires industry-wide solutions and industry-wide standards.
An industry body setting standards is not the same as an independent one.
Mosseri says Instagram is already creating age-appropriate experiences for young users and supporting teens who may be struggling. Ahead of the hearing, the platform launched new safety features, including updated parental controls and reminders for teens to take breaks. Lawmakers were critical.
The middle of the night is when you drop news that you don't want people to see.
They could have been announced years ago. They weren't. And in fact, these changes fall way short.
The hearing comes just months after a Facebook whistleblower turned over internal documents appearing to show the social media company was aware Instagram may cause depression and anxiety, especially for some teenage girls.
I think it does create some kind of insecurity within teenagers, making them feel like, they don't look a certain way.
Social media providers have to be responsible, but parents also have to have supervisory responsibility.
Lawmakers are drafting legislation to include privacy rules for children and teens and require social media apps to be more transparent. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Instagram's new parent controls are set to launch in March. Just yesterday, the Surgeon General issued a report on the harmful effects of social media and gaming on young people.
Parents say last week's deadly shooting at a high school in Michigan could have been worse if not for door barricades. The company Nightlock, which installed these barricades, says it has received a number of calls from grateful parents. In the Oxford School District, nearly 700 devices are split across each school. Last year, Michigan passed legislation requiring door barricades in schools. The company has been selling locks to schools for 9 years, but he never imagined the day like what happened in Oxford would come true.
We hope that they're never used. They're just there for extra support. They're there in case there's an emergency lockdown.
And Taylor says the Oxford shooting is the first time that he knows of where the devices were used at an actual active shooter event. But he says he's happy they were there to help and save lives. Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather meteorologist. Dana Fulton joins us now. Dana?
A lot going on in the Weather Center for us tonight. We're focusing on a little bit of snow for tomorrow, another event moving in Friday night and for Saturday, and then milder temperatures on Sunday. So usually we work through the forecast in chronological order. But today we're going to flip things around a little bit and focus on the event that is going to impact the most people and certainly has the most uncertainty surrounding it right now. Let's fast forward a little bit to Friday afternoon. This low pressure out in the plain slowly starts to build in, and we have two options for travel here, kind of like trying to take a few different interstate options for us. If this option pulls, or this low pulls a little further north, we're expecting to see more rain in southern Wisconsin in front of the system, and then snow wrapping around behind it. So central and northern Wisconsin will still see accumulating snowfall, but for Dane County and areas south, not expecting to see as much steady snow, only the wraparound snow coming through. Option 2, this low moves a little further south, and as you can see there, the warmer air pulls further south. The rain chances consistently pull further south, and we'll still see a little bit of rain in southern Wisconsin, but likely going to see more snow building in. So two options, just a small shift in the track can really impact our snow totals as we look ahead to Saturday. And right now, the system is pulling a little further north. So as we look ahead to Friday afternoon, first we see rain building in the mid to late afternoon. That freezing line, though, really settling in just north of the Dells through the evening, and that's going to steadily after midnight transition over to light snowfall for us for most of southern Wisconsin. You can see the rotating wind right there. The center of this low really expected to track right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. So that's why we're leaning more towards rain right now for Saturday morning, early in the day before it transitions over to that wraparound snow through the mid-morning on Saturday, wrapping up in the early afternoon and clearing out Saturday night. That puts our snow accumulation totals right around 1 inch to 2 inches for Dane County. Not much expected for the southeast corner, but significant totals, measurable snowfall for areas northwest of the Dells. But again, we're really keeping an eye on this line because just a small shift southeast could really heavily impact the rest of southern Wisconsin. So we do have alert days in the forecast for Friday and Saturday because it's something we're continuing to keep a very, very close eye on. Right now, things a little chilly outside. As we look ahead to our overnight hours, temperatures holding pretty steady, close to 19 for our overnight lows. For tomorrow morning, some light snow expected. That passes through early in the day, and then we get some clearing later in the afternoon. Snow accumulation totals from this opportunity, though, trending closer to 1 inch or less, and the inch amounts near the Dells for us. A light snow early in the day, otherwise a bit breezy outside tomorrow. Wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Plan on temperatures in the upper 30s for our Thursday. We're expecting the alert days again in the forecast for Friday and Saturday. We will have heavy impacts towards the La Crosse area, Crawford County, Richland County, expecting significant snowfall, but we could see that track pull a little further southeast. So it's something we're keeping a very close eye on for Saturday morning. After that, any snow that does fall, we are not concerned about it sticking. That third bullet point I was talking about, mild temperatures for next week. The middle of next week, it does look like we're going to trend closer to 50 degrees, possibly even into the middle 50s, near a record-breaking temperature on Wednesday, with some rain chances building in towards the middle of the week. Mid-50s and the middle of December is a little bit of an anomaly for us. As far as traffic is concerned right now along the east and westbound side of the Beltline, we're seeing a few slowdown spots for 39 and 90 north and southbound. No delays for us this evening. 25 minutes to get from the Beltline to Janesville, 16 minutes this evening from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie sitting at 18 minutes for us. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. Still to come tonight at 5, many of you are having things shipped. As we speak, we'll tell you how to protect your packages from thieves when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The season for dress and casual boots is here, and Rogan's has your next pair. Savings with 20% off the best name brands. Get the latest trends today and save at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Tossed, buffalo sauce, hot honey flipped, boneless dipped, Arby's, razzled, buffalo dazzled, hot honey $5 boneless wings and crinkle fries deal. Arby's, we have the meat.
Save time removing snow with Menard's selection of snowblowers. Power through the cold quickly and effortlessly with a Briggs & Stratton snowblower designed to start easily even and below freezing temperatures. Save big on Briggs & Stratton snowblowers. Stock up on Duracell copper top batteries. They're dependable with a long-lasting 10-year storage guarantee. Grab a 16-pack of alkaline batteries for $7.99 after rebate. Plus, a Menard's gift card is always a great gift idea.
This year, don't just get ready, get holiday ready. And the only place to start is at your local Ford dealer. Get the Ford SUV that's perfect for your family's holiday traditions. Ford Explorer, Escape, or Bronco Sport with our best offers of the season. Inventory is arriving daily, so see your Ford dealer today and get holiday ready. Now get a Ford Edge with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Introducing Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. New luxury apartments for seniors 55 plus. Professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Brenna today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Keep your family warm this season with new winter boots. Rogan's has 20% off the best name brands for mom, dad, and the kids. Save on winter boots for the whole family from Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
You probably hear the warning, see the videos every holiday season. It is a porch pirate's favorite time of year.
So what should you be doing to keep your holiday packages from being stolen from your front porch? Jen Sullivan has 5 tips for you.
'Tis the season. As holiday gift packages are being delivered to homes across the country, experts warn porch pirates are busy this time of year.
People are just grabbing anything. So sometimes you might just have socks coming and think, why would somebody steal that? They're not stealing socks. They're stealing whatever's in that package.
A survey from the National Retail Federation finds consumers have a strong preference for online shopping, with 57% of them stating they plan to buy gifts online this season. And all those deliveries make a tempting target for thieves. Security expert Douglas Parisi says these 5 steps could help ensure packages on your doorstep don't get stolen.
There's a lot of things that we can do to be proactive that don't cost a lot of money.
Number 1, keep your packages out of sight, which brings us to number 2. Update the delivery instructions and choose a drop-off location other than the front porch, like the backyard or side door.
Sometimes just have a trash can on the side of a house or something like that and indicate there's a red trash can or there's a red bin over there.
Number 3, have it delivered to a neighbor's house if they'll be home when the packages arrive, or have it delivered to work. Number 4, put up a sign.
But when they walk up there and all of a sudden they see a sign that says smile on camera, even if you don't have a camera, they're still going to pause and probably walk the other way.
And finally, track your package and turn on delivery notifications. For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
This isn't as convenient, of course, but the Better Business Bureau recommends that online shoppers ship their packages to the store rather than to the house and pick them up in person.
We're back with Dana's final check of your first warn forecast after a short break.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And when we first released Plexiderm, our mission was to help people reduce the appearance of their wrinkles and under-eye bags in minutes with a simple serum. After 2 years of reading thousands of reviews, I realized Plexiderm changes people on the inside. It improves their lives dramatically.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera.
That was me a couple of years ago when I first tried Plexiderm. I think it just exuded this confidence. Really, there are no other options. Plexiderm is the only thing that works. It was life-changing. It was the best decision I ever made. Still using it.
The Plexiderm effect is more than shrinking under-eye bags from view. It's more than getting rid of the appearance of crow's feet. It's more than saying goodbye to the look of those 11 lines between your eyes. The real effect of Plexiderm is self-confidence. It's celebrating this holiday season with friends and family, knowing that you look and feel your best. So join us in 2021 and take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge and look in the mirror and say, wow, I feel great.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside.
Take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge and see real results. Guaranteed. Try it for only $14.95 this holiday season at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen. Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Let's go back to Dana. Final check of the forecast.
Right now we have a bit of a busy situation for us in the weather office. Not currently, I guess. We're currently dealing with just chilly temperatures. But we do have 2 opportunities for snow as we look ahead to the next few days. Early Thursday morning, light snow. And then another opportunity to see accumulating snowfall late Friday night and into Saturday morning.
All right, CBS Evening News coming your way next. We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.